Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Last time you see me I was filming a Nova, and this week we have something with a damn sight more power. I mean like another 600 horsepower. So let's get and have a look at it, shall we? Right, so this is the car in question. I won't say too much about it because the owner is stood right here. He's a relative of mine. Come on in, Clive, and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Clive Anstey. This is my GTR. I've had it about 5 years. Bought it really as a bit of a daily, really.
Yeah. Who buys a GTR as a daily?
Because it's got 4 seats.
It has got 4 seats.
It's got quite practical, reasonably. Bit thirsty, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a.
No, it has had a few things done to it. I mean, it looks stock, and it's a black edition, if I'm right.
Yes, it's
yeah.
black edition.
Well, we'll show you the car, and then I'll get Clive to talk you through all the things that have been done, because it is not stock under the bonnet. So this is your lovely GTR Black Edition.
So yeah, it's I did buy it like it. I have to confess, I haven't done very much to it. But it's a Lichfield 4.25, which if you go on their website, you can see what that's done to it. So basically, it's exhaust and intake, bigger injectors, all the internals on the engine are stock. Nothing been done to that.
Really, it's all just
turbos,
tuned.
Turbos are stock. So I suppose it's quite a mild state of tune, really, because I think they start with 500 horsepower, something like that.
I think they do, yeah. I remember when they come out, seeing it on Top Gear, and they were saying all about the different, what horsepower it comes out with, but no one could give anyone an actual like figure. So like here in the UK, they might be like 525 horsepower. In America, they might be 480. They were so, no one could give like it was a definite 425 or 525 or 625, whatever it was, but around 500 horsepower stock.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a slouch by any means, because it's still a Godzilla, isn't it?
This is 667 was the printout that I got with the car, just by doing a map. And
that's a lot.
It's got 4 stages of map that you can adjust on the steering wheel as you're driving if you want to. The exhaust is obviously quite free flowing. Yes,
now the exhaust I really like, because the exhaust, they look so much better because it's really, really big.
It is really big. They're all real. There are no fake tips on there.
No.
But yes, it's quite
really, really big, and it does sound amazing. So exhaust wise, what is it? Is it standard manifolds?
I think it's standard manifolds. Obviously a bit freer flowing where it probably shouldn't be.
Yes, we won't say anything about that. It still passes an MOT, so it's fine.
And yeah, I think it's bigger all the way down.
So it'd be like 4-inch, I expect, rather than a 3.5, I believe they are standard.
Not sure on the exact size. It's big. I think it's 102 mil, whatever that is.
Oh, 102 mil. Oh,
that rings a bell.
Oh, yeah, that's about 4 inches, I think. Yeah, because I believe 5 inches is 110. Someone in the comments will probably tell me off for being wrong, but now it's got a Nürburgring sticker on it.
Yeah, it also came with that, and I did ask the previous owner about that, whether it had been to the Nürburgring, and he did confess that he hadn't been to the Nürburgring.
Okay.
Neither have I. So I need the never been sticker.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
I put a new set of tyres on it because the tyres on it were quite old.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I come and seen you, and we went out in this, and they were a bit Well, it was very sideways for a four-wheel drive car, wasn't it?
It does go very sideways for a four-wheel drive car. It's quite rearward biased.
Yeah, that's what you want though. But of course, it's gearboxes at the back, so you have a better weight distribution, but I suppose you've got a bit more flinging action as well.
Gearboxes, yeah, I think it's quite 50-50. The engine's quite far back, so
yeah.
I suppose that's done to get it to balance, but it's yeah, the gearbox and clutch and everything is at the back.
With the carbon fibre prop shafts as well.
Carbon fibre prop shafts.
As standard.
Yeah, as standard, which is a bit bizarre because when you've got it up on a ramp and it's running, that's turning all the time.
Yeah.
Which is a bit odd to look at, but.
Shall we have a look under the engine bay?
Yeah, by all means.
Or under the bonnet, I should say, not under the engine bay. I love the vents on the side here.
I did have to take the slightly drug dealer tints off the side windows because.
Oh really?
At night it was so dark you couldn't reverse it and see anything in the mirrors.
Oh God.
So it was a bit over the top.
What have we got in here then?
So
aftermarket bobs.
Yeah.
Valve, whatever you want to call
it. Lichfield dump valves.
Yeah.
I say the injectors, I think they change, and all this pipework here is Lichfield's pipework to the intercoolers.
Yeah.
Not sure whether I think the intercoolers are actually stock. I don't think they're changed on this.
I know they're quite good.
Yeah.
I've heard really good things about them as a stock car, like they breathe quite well and stuff like that. To be fair, for such a big car, it is a very, very small engine bay.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot in front of the engine.
It's quite a way back. Yeah, there's quite a big gap down here.
Yeah. See, what they should have done was put a V8 in there, shouldn't they? Because there's plenty of room.
Yeah. Yeah. True. I suppose they could have done that.
But then you're going against GTR heritage, aren't you? Really?
Yeah.
Because they all had six cylinders, even from the R35.
V6.
Yeah. This is a VR motor. I found out the other day.
Twin turbo, obviously, which they're stock. I think the next level of upgrade for the version type 4.25, this one, and then the next one up is 5, I think, which takes it over 750 horsepower, but that's new turbos.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else they do on that. It's
probably another injectors, throttle bodies, I expect, something like that.
Maybe.
Just to add a bit more flow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get it done? Maybe in the future?
I think it's fast enough as it is.
It is fast enough.
It's pretty. It's a very digital thing to drive, I would say. It is like the ultimate PlayStation car, but to drive it on the road, it does feel like you are driving a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Sat in a seat with all the
So
dynamics.
do you feel like, what's the word? Does it feel it doesn't feel very analog then, like an old school sort of car? Or does it feel very,
I mean,
like you don't feel that connected to it?
There's plenty of feedback. You know what it's doing.
Right.
It's very easy to drive, and it's very easy to drive very, very fast.
Yeah.
And that's probably what makes it quite dangerous. Is that it's almost too easy to drive fast because it doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
It's, as I say, it's got great feedback, great to drive. It's just that you look down at the speedo and you can't quite believe that it's correct, but it probably is.
It's in kilometres an hour, isn't it?
It's almost like that.
Do you plan on doing any track days with it?
I've only taken it around Castle Combe once, thanks to a company called Track Day Heroes.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
I knew one of the instructors there, and I went along to see him, and he gave me a blast around the track, which was accompanied by lots of shouting at me to brake and brake harder.
And you were like, no, I've done this before.
As an ex-rally driver, and he was an ex-rally driver as well, it didn't really work quite that well, but we did have a good time. Well, I did. He did.
he was sat there on the edge of his seat. Oh, that's all right. It's been used and had all the horsepower used then.
It's been
which
used,
is good.
yeah. Everything was in R mode on the dashboard.
Oh, cool. Oh, do you want to show us those switches on the dash? Oh yeah, we got all the...
So you've got traction control, which is I find very intrusive. I might have to start it up actually to get these to go on.
Oh God, that does sound good.
So I always put it on R mode for traction control, because as soon as you accelerate with the sort of power it's got, the traction control cuts in.
Right.
So R gives you a little bit of slidey.
Bit of fun time.
And then obviously you've got R mode for suspension as well, and then you've got R mode for gearbox and four-wheel drive.
Ah, so that changes the harshness of the shifting and all that sort of stuff.
I think so, yeah, and I think it speeds up the shifting, and it obviously tightens up all the diffs, I would imagine.
Yeah. I would have thought so.
It has got a snow mode, which is quite cool.
Oh, that is...
Which we did try once at the in snow mode, and it slid around quite a lot, but
it did get you through the snow.
It does actually work, but I think it obviously cuts a lot of the power out.
Oh yeah, definitely. You gotta have it in like stage 1.
So yeah, we just put it all on R and then just blasted it around a track. It's for a couple of laps.
That's good. I tell you what though, the interior is very nice.
Yeah,
normally
in here, nothing changed in here at all.
It's very like basic, but it's got everything you'd ever sort of need. And the seats are really comfy as well.
Heated seats, they're quite comfortable.
Yeah.
Bose Hi-Fi.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, look, there we go, look. Bose, look.
Oh, actually, I tell a lie. One thing I did do in here was when I got it, on the switch panel for the windows.
Yes.
It had some sort of like horrible, bit like this, like a rubberized
like
coating.
plasti dip sort of stuff.
Yeah, and it all came off, so I had these rubbed back down and sprayed in gloss black.
Oh, is it the same on this side?
The same on that side, yeah.
Oh yeah, now that looks much better, doesn't it?
Much better. So it doesn't wear very well, it seems. Loads of gizmos and stuff, but this is quite old tech on here.
Yeah, it does look very...
It looks a bit dated now, I think.
PlayStation 2-ish.
Yeah, it's you've got various like boosts, various different engine monitoring.
Is that all relevant to what map you've got it in?
No, it puts that up depending on whatever you want to see, really. Even gears, fuel economy. Not sure anybody ever uses that.
Not in a GTR, no.
And then you've got obviously stopwatch if you want to time yourself and see how slow you are around a track. So you can't have the cruise control on and look at what map you're in, which is no problem. But I think you press and hold cancel, and then you've got map 4, map 3, map 2, and map 1 on the cruise control. So you can just set
and then you just set it as you would your cruise control, I suppose.
And then once you've done that, if you could set the map, that's set to map 4, which is full power.
Right.
And then you can switch on the cruise, and then you can set this still, which is quite a clever way of doing it.
That is quite good actually, and that's how Lichfield do it.
That's how Lichfield set it up for you, yeah.
Oh, that's really good. So if you want you've got a GTR and you want it mapped, take it to Lichfield.
They know pretty much all there is to know about GTRs.
Yeah.
If you've got a problem with them, then they're the people to ask.
Yeah.
They're probably seen every single problem that you're likely to have with them.
Should we go for a bit of a spin, set up some GoPros?
Yeah, sure.
Happy days. So is this 700 horse? This is in 700 horsepower mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 700 horsepower. Right, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Now. That's 70.
Oh, that is absolutely mad. I think my balls just retreated. that is just insane. Woo!
So it's not too much drama, it just goes.
Yeah, but when it does go, Jesus Christ.
It changes up quite soon.
Yeah.
And then it just...
That's mad. That is mad. There's a duster, I don't know where he's going.
This way.
Yeah. That is ridiculous. It's a tight right hander at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's alright everyone, Clive's an ex-rally driver so he knows how to drive. That noise. Can you imagine what that looks like coming up behind you?
It's probably quite intimidating.
It is, oh my god, especially when you've got a little Suzuki Vitara doing 40 mile an hour. that's it for today's video. I hope you like the car, because I do, and it's just insane. But thank you very much for coming on today.
Pleasure.
You have a lot more cars that I believe you would like to show off.
One or two, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them what a few of them are, the special ones?
Okay. I've got an Impreza P1, which is a limited edition Impreza. That's reasonably stock as well.
So it's worth a lot of money.
It's a bit too valuable to use every day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And, I've got a Aston Martin Vantage V8, which is supercharged. It's got a GMR supercharged.
Oh, and I've heard that as well, and that is just the nicest noise.
That sounds nice. It's a nice V8.
Yeah.
And
a few other little toys as well, isn't there? You've got a really nice MGB as well, haven't you?
An MGB that's been very tweaked underneath, but it looks stock on the outside.
It's faster than a Lamborghini, I've heard as well.
Well, yeah, that's another story. Yeah, that was quite an interesting.
Got loads of different bits and bobs lying around. There's an E-Type Jag as well, if I'm right.
Jag is a long-term restoration.
Yeah. But it's a +2, isn't it?
It's a +2,
so
yeah.
It's
So
a bit
that's
more
another practical classic.
Yeah.
You apparently can get two people in the back, but I'm not sure if they.
Oh, like you can in this.
Yeah.
with a loads and loads and loads of space.
Legroom's a bit of a problem, I think. For that.
Yeah.
As in, this is a bit tricky. It's
yeah.
Not great for long-legged people.
No, we're all right, but.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get them on, and we'll have a look around some of them at some point after there's a few more cars, because there's another one coming in the next video that I think you'll really like, that I did mention in a previous video. So yeah, thank you for coming on.
No problem.
And yeah, we'll see you in the future. And when I need an alignment on my BMW.
No problem at all.
Brilliant. Thanks, Clive. We'll see you again.
Cheers.
Cheers.